Welcome to Beach Breeze Studios, and we're here with the sixth episode of Photo Thoughts. Yes, six. I'm getting there. I'm keeping up with it. It's Sunday, but I'm a little late. I had a birthday party to attend yesterday, and I didn't get around to getting this shot. Um, we have a few news items this week. We're going to talk about what we did last week and some of the fun things that we're planning on doing as well. Uh, let's see, trying out a few new things. The camera's up there, camera's here. I may be doing more on location shoots with the phone. I have an LG V10 that I'm trying out, and it's pretty nice so far. The 4K video looks really good. As you saw last week, we recorded the end piece and add-on to Photo Thoughts. And yeah, that came out pretty good, and it allowed us to do a few editing things that we weren't able to do in camera before. I don't have a slider at this time, though I am looking at one. And that'll be interesting to set up. You can see that I have the green screen back again, and I'm going to play around with some of the items behind me rather than just use the same one that we did last time. I'm also going to try editing a little bit different and see if we can get some really good film done. First, let's get into some news items. I'm not a Fuji shooter. I have never shot with a Fuji before. The new photos for the upcoming Fuji X-T2 leaked, and it looks like they're going to bump up the ISO and the exposure compensation to 5, plus or minus 5 on that one. The ISO, I'm not sure if it was 12,800 or 6,400, but the main thing that I like about this thing is that the retro look of it. It does still have an LCD, which we'll get to another one that does not later, but all the dials on top are all manual. They're all set. They're all like the original cameras were back in the 80s, in the 70s. I had an A2E program, AE2 program, and that I loved that camera. I still have it. I still have lenses for it. If I shoot black and white film again in the near future, that I'm going to definitely be using that camera. That's one of the things that I'm looking forward to with this one. Also, the new camera, the X-T2, doesn't seem to have a video record button like the other one did, and that's weird because this one is rumored to shoot 4K video. That'll be interesting to see too. It's mirrorless. I want to see some of the specs on this and see what type of lenses it uses. Next, we have something fun, drone fishing. That's right, going after tuna with some drones. They've been talking about all kinds of different things to do with drones, delivering from Amazon and everything. But how about delivering bait for fishing and allowing you to put the bait exactly where you want to and then film the entire thing from the sky? These guys used a drone, a Phantom, and was able to deliver the bait, get the fish hooked, and once the fish was hooked, let go of the bait and let the guy bring it in. And it was a fairly large tuna. Go check out the video on the blog. Next, we get into sci-fi. Sony patents their contact lens camera with zoom. This camera, this patent follows Google and Samsung. They've already patented theirs, and it's amazing to think of what we're going to be doing with this stuff. The camera will allow you to zoom, change exposure, and take pictures by blinking. I'm not sure how you would control the zoom and the exposure, but it would probably be some sort of Bluetooth connection. I'm not sure. I wonder if it would allow you to zoom in your actual eyesight as well. That would be weird. I can see some night vision coming at some point in time. That would be interesting. And I want to see where this goes. It's going to be really fun to watch and see what goes on because people really hated Google Glass with people having to just blink to take your picture when you're wearing Google Glass. They could be recording the entire conversation and everything. It's going to be interesting when people can't tell that you have the contact lens in. Like I said before, there is a camera coming that does not have an LCD on the back of the camera. It is a Leica. It's called the MD. And the main thing is it doesn't have an LCD on the back. It's a Leica, so it's going to be expensive as hell. And if you really wanted to shoot without an LCD, why don't you just cover it up with some paper or cardboard or something? Get one of those little plastic covers and paint it out so that you can't see it. It doesn't make much sense that you would want to buy this unless you're a real big Leica fan and just want something on the shelf. It's just too expensive. But I do like the idea that you can shoot without chimping and not have to look at the back of the screen to see if you got the shot. You have to wait until you get home or put it on a laptop or whatever. And that's going to be pretty neat. I'm going to skip one here and come back to it a little bit later. Let's see here. Levon Bliss made a 3-meter print of a little tiny 10-millimeter insect. He was able to take 10,000 images with a DSLR through a microscope lens, or through a lens attached to a microscope piece, and stitched them together and printed out at over 9 feet. That's awesome. The detail in this image was really neat, and just something you need to go see. Go check it out over at the blog. The next two things. One has to deal with, let's see here. F-Stoppers has a blog entry, and I have a link to it over on my blog as well, that tells you why you should keep your unedited images to yourself. This is a no-brainer. We talked about this a few weeks ago, and really I don't see why people would be giving unedited images out to anybody, considering every image that you're going to print or send to a client, use on Facebook, use on the web, use in a magazine, whatever, you're going to have to edit the damn thing. Even if it's just editing the contrast of the image or cropping a little bit, if you're so purist that you don't crop, that you get everything right in camera and you're not going to edit it, shoot JPEG. At least those are edited by the camera. If you're going to give raw images out to anybody, it's like giving your film to a model so that they can take it and get it printed and then be pissed because the film didn't print right. You just have to do it. You have to edit your images before you give them to your client. The next thing is a pain in the ass that Consumer Reports posted a little while back about a wedding tax on photography. They're saying that for no reason, photographers charge more per hour for a wedding contract than they do on a similarly based project. Quote here from Consumer Reports says, some photographers inflated their pricing when the affair was a wedding. For instance, photography for a Saturday night wedding in mid-October cost $300 per hour at a place called Angel Wings Photography in Atlanta. For a 50th anniversary party of the same size at the same time with an almost identical package of services, the charge was only $150 per hour. So what they're not realizing is the amount of energy and effort that goes into a wedding that wouldn't go into a 50th anniversary party. Most likely, a wedding's going to have 2 to 3 extra people there to take more shots. You're going to be taking a lot more shots, the detail shots, the formals, the casuals, the behind the scenes, the dress, the rings, all of this stuff. And then you're going to be editing a lot more photos. You're going to take 600 photos to, some people take 1,000 photos at a wedding, depending on how long it is. You're going to be going through all of these images and editing a lot of them to make a book, or to allow the bride and groom to create a larger print, like a 30 by 40 or larger even. I've had a few that have printed 60-inch prints to put over their fireplace. The amount of effort that goes into a wedding is so much more. You're paying for more people. You're paying for a lot more editing. The prints, most of the wedding packages come with a print allowance, and sometimes it's a lot. $250 for a $1,500 wedding brings the price of the wedding down to $1,250. But seriously, there is so much more in editing and processing and behind the scenes work that goes into a wedding that just wouldn't be done at a 50th anniversary party. Almost everything at a 50th anniversary party is going to be casual, just point and shoot, not point and shoot, but photojournalistic. And got an email. And you're not going to be doing as many prints. You're not going to be doing it for a book, a wedding album. You're not going to be doing the after meeting with the bride and groom. You're not going to be doing the before meeting with the bride and groom. You're not going to be doing all the planning. You're not going to be doing near the number of prints. You probably do 250, 300 prints for a 50th anniversary. It's not going to last 6 to 8 hours. And they're just two different types of things that you have to deal with. The other item, that was it for news. That was a little bit new, a lot of news. There's a whole bunch of shit going on with the wedding photography industry. Yes, people are spending more on wedding photography than they have been in the past. And yes, there's a reason for that. There's a lot more pictures that you're taking. I used to take 10, 15 rolls of 36 exposure film, and you'd never even see the stuff until after you were able to process the film. And you're still talking about 300 and some odd pictures, but there's not as much you can do with it unless you're doing it by hand, and you'd have to send it back out to the processor to do the dodge and burn, and then printing them out in different sizes to get in a photo album, designing all that stuff. You still have to do all of that with the digital age. Yes, a lot of it can be done in the computer, but you're still designing a wedding album. And if you're doing a print-based wedding album or you're doing a digital-based wedding album, you still have to go through all of that work, and it's a lot of work. I just don't understand why people don't get that as part of the process. All right, so some other things. As you may have noticed, I am doing more videos than just these, and playing around with After Effects and Premiere Pro and various special effects. And I'm going to be doing some more of those, hopefully, in the near future, and just trying out different things. Stupid movies, small movies, large movies, I don't care. I just want to try out some stuff. That's all there is to it. I'm just trying some stuff out. I did May the 4th is coming in 3 days. It's on Tuesday, I believe. No, today's the 1st. It's on Wednesday. And my wife is going to dress up as a Sith. And she's going to have a corset and some tight pants and a cape and one of my lightsabers. I did a test video with her and the lightsaber in the dark so that there was no other light other than just the reflecting of the lightsaber, and I went into After Effects and added like an energy beam to the lightsaber to make it feel more alive and more, it was awesome. So I'm really looking forward to her being dressed up and everything, and trying to do the editing on that and see how that comes out, because I think that's going to be a fun effect, and I'll add some sounds to it. Although the lightsaber makes its own sounds, but you know how it is. Also, I've been doing other things with video, seeing what else I can do, and seeing how like I said, the phone video works, 4K, working with that and editing in there, and seeing what else we can do with the zooms, the slow zooms, the pans, the slides, everything else. There's a whole bunch you can do. As far as photography is concerned, I'm working on a few other things with that, trying to come up with another idea that I'm going to shoot. I'm probably going to try to do some macro photography, doing something without people, because I've been working with people so much recently. I think I'm going to just stop doing people for a little while and try to do some macro photography, go out into nature, get some photos out there. Also, one thing I did try to do this past week, I tried to Snapchat. Too much crap. It's 10 seconds worth of video, and it only stays up there for 24 hours. I don't have a following. I don't care to have a following on Snapchat, and it just didn't work out for what I wanted to do. I also did try Facebook Live video, and that worked out well. I like that. I like to be able to do on location and real-time showing a video, and it saves it straight to your Facebook. I like that. I'm probably going to be doing more of those as soon as I get the chance, and I have more when I'm out on location and trying out stuff. And maybe when I start doing the macro photography, I'll do that. That's about it for this week. There's really nothing going on at the moment. I'm going to be doing more videos, and I'm going to be doing more live videos, more photography this week. If the weather holds out. It's been gloomy all week, and it's been just so cold. I say so cold, it's freaking 60 degrees outside, 50 degrees outside, but still, it's cold for this time of year here. I would like you to subscribe right here. Yes, please. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye.